You're here because you're looking for a brand spanking new free Samsung S22 device, whether that be the S22, the Plus, or the Ultra. And I have got the deals for you from AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. You can get a free device from any of the major carriers if you want the S22, or if you want something heavily discounted, we can get you an Ultra or the Plus for almost free. We're going freegan deals here today, okay? So stay tuned and see if these deals are for you. But there is kind of a downside. The devil is in the details with these deals. They might not be for everybody. We'll get into it. I'm Sherry, your telecom expert. Let's go. Okay, so we're going over 3 to 5 deals depending on how much time we have. We're going to start with AT&T, then we're going to T-Mobile, then Verizon. If you want to skip to one of those carriers over the other, come down here to the timeline where I've laid it out for you. Dun, 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 dun. So for each section, I'm going to go over the deal, on the surface what it looks like. After we talk about the surface of the deal, we're going to go into the devil's details because, well, you'll see. Some of the requirements to get these phones are kind of gnarly, depending on who you are, how much you want to spend in the long run. In the short term, all of these deals are terrific. In the long run, not so much, but whatever. We'll get into it. Let's start with AT&T. Hello from this camera too now. Yay. Okay. So on the surface, you can get up to $800 off with AT&T if you trade it in your phone, and you're going to get upgraded storage for free. And you have your choice of phones as well with this deal. You can choose the S22, the Plus, or the Ultra. The 22 is going to be free. The S22 Plus is going to be $100, and the Ultra is going to be $400 if you get the full $800 trade-in credit. So how do you get that full $800 to put towards a brand new spanking phone? Let's get into it. Well, first, this one's kind of unfortunate. You do need a 36-month installment agreement. And what's an installment agreement? Well, that's how you pay off your phone month by month. The carriers keep you connected through these installment agreements to keep you on their network longer. So although the phone may be free, it's only free as long as you stick with these installment payments. So as your bill comes in every month, AT&T will cancel it out, but the moment you leave, you're going to owe what's left on that phone if you don't finish out the whole installment agreement. Along with the 36-month installment agreement, you do need to sign up for a $75 a month plan or higher. So that's one of AT&T's postpaid unlimited plans, which is going to be AT&T Extra or AT&T Elite. Extra is going to be the cheaper one at $75. So I did a little math for you. At $75 a month, not including taxes and fees, times 36-month installment plan, you're looking at $2,700. That's a big number. That's a pretty steep number to pay for a cell phone plan over the course of 3 years. So I did a little bit more math to put it in perspective, okay? Overall, it would be cheaper to go with an MVNO and buy outright or installment plans from Samsung. So let's use Mint Mobile for an example. If you went with Mint Mobile's $35 a month plan and say you did a 36-month, you would only be paying $1,260 for the cell phone plan. Then on top of that, if you paid the whole $11.99, if you did the Ultra without any trade-in values applied to it, that would come out to $24.59. You're still coming in cheaper buying the Ultra outright and going with a smaller carrier. That's a secret AT&T probably doesn't want me to tell, but I gotta tell you because that's how you're gonna save the most money. But if you don't really care about that, maybe you're on a family plan with AT&T, it's gonna be cheaper anyways, then go for it. Get the trade-in values, sign up for the expensive plans because the more lines you add on AT&T, the cheaper it is going to be all around. But just an FYI, to get it as cheap as Mint Mobile's unlimited plan, you're going to have to add 5 lines to your AT&T account. So I'll leave it up to you. Next, we're going over T-Mobile's deal for the S22 series. It's very similar to AT&T, but slightly different, so let's go over it. On the surface, this deal saves you $1,000 on the S22 Ultra. It's for new and existing customers. You get up to $1,000 off the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra through, guess what, only 24 monthly payments. So it's a whole 12 months shorter than AT&T, meaning You're going to save a little bit of money. You're not going to have to stick it out for 3 years paying these expensive prices. On the downside, the plan that you have to sign up for to get this deal is Magenta Max. And Magenta Max costs $85 a month for one line. So the installment plan is shorter, or the installment agreement is shorter, but the plan is $10 more expensive a month. So let's do the math. At $85 a month for 24 months, that comes out to $2,040. It's $700 cheaper than AT&T, but it's still pretty expensive. Here's the good news, though. On the other side of this coin, if you don't want to pay Magenta Max prices for the course of the installment plan, you can sign up for any T-Mobile plan and get about 50% off or $500 off the cost of the Ultra with a trade-in. So that's the good news there. You can trade something in, you don't have to sign up for Magenta Max, and you still get some savings. Not as big of savings on the phone if you went with Magenta Max, but still savings overall. The other thing that I wanted to touch on is that T-Mobile also has a BOGO plan in place that does not require a trade-in. So current customers can add one line and get a buy one, get one, or new customers can add 2 lines and do buy one, get one. We have more information on that deal on our website. You can check it out up there at WhistleOut.com. The last deal we're going over is from Verizon. Now, to some regard, Verizon might have the best deal for a trade-in free phone for the S22 series. So what Verizon is offering on the surface, you can get up to $800 or $1,000, depending on which phone you want to buy. If it's the S22, you're looking at $800. If it's the Ultra, you're looking at $1,000 for the trade-in. And you can trade in a broken device and still get the maximum amount depending on what your phone is. And that's where people love it, because if you're like me, your screens crack often. And it's a bummer when you can only trade it, when you trade in a cracked phone and it goes from $400 value to $100 value or whatever it is. Not with Verizon. You can trade in your iPhone 12 and get $1,000 off on the Ultra. So that's pretty cool. The other really cool thing about Verizon is they are offering up to $1,000 in switching costs, which is like $1,000? That's quite a bit of money. So what does that look like? What does that mean? Let's go to the devil's details for this plan, okay? So for this to get $800 to $1,000 and that $1,000 switching fee or switching bonus, you do have to sign up for a 36-month installment plan with 3 of their most expensive plans. You can choose between Play More, Do More, or Get More. Those run from $80 to $90. So let's do the math. Okay, so at $80 a month for 36 months, a bit more than AT&T, we're looking at $2,880. That's rough. It's the most expensive deal of them all. The most expensive deal of them all, but also the best deal up front in terms of how much money you can get. So let's talk about that $1,000 bonus for switching, right? It's not like a credit card they're going to give you that's preloaded with $1,000. What they're going to ask you to do is fill in your last bill from your previous carrier. Then Verizon will take that bill and refund you up to $1,000. So say you needed to pay off your phone and then they charged you some like switching fees because you broke contract early for some reason, and that added up to like $630. Verizon's only going to give you $630. They're not going to give you $1,000. So they're basically just making the switch even. They're going to make it so it doesn't cost you anything. But if you want to make the switch to Verizon, then this might be the deal for you. It might be an easy out and they'll pay off the rest of your phone, which is kind of cool. The other thing I want to add is that Verizon does have a few more deals, including some BOGO deals for new and current customers, along with another deal that will offer you less for the trade-in if you sign up for a plan that isn't unlimited. So if you want to learn more about those, you can check them out at our website, again, up here, WhistleOut.com, where we have them broken down for you. Okay, that's it. That's a quick rundown of all of the deals that the major carriers are offering for the S22 series. Thank you for watching. I'm Sherry, your telecom expert. Let me know if you have any questions. The links for everything are in the description. Thanks again for watching. See ya.